Uh, One couple that I heard about, they were on their way to get married. They were in love with each other in a very deep and passionate way. They were on their way to the marriage ceremony itself. They were eloping and going quite a distance. And as they were driving, a tragic accident happened. And lo and behold, they found themselves arm in arm standing in front of the gates of heaven. And there was St. Peter there, and St. Peter was getting ready to check them through the gates, and they made a request. They let him know that on earth they had been on their way to get married. They never had the chance to do that. And they wanted to make a special request that now in heaven that they might be allowed to be man and wife. St. Peter thought about it and said, that's a very unusual request. Let me see what I can do. Take a seat over here and I'll be back. Well, they sat there for 3 months waiting on him. That's not long in eternities when you compare it to that. But they sat there for 3 months, and here he came back and said, okay, I've made the arrangements, now you can get married. Well, they'd had 3 months to think about it, and they spoke up again. They said, and on earth you've got this clause that says till death do you part, but in heaven we're not going to have that. So we want to make sure that just in case it doesn't work out, that there's a possibility for us maybe to get divorced up here. St. Peter said, what? It took me 3 months to find a preacher up here. How long do you think it's going to take me to find a lawyer? Marriage is it's not meant to end anyway, but it is a heavenly thing. I guess you could apply the story that way. I've got a picture up here. I brought this picture back from the future. That's me and Lynn in about 50 years. Actually, this is Candy Tilton sent us this picture with a little story. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but this is Jacob and Rebecca. Jacob's 92 and Rebecca's 89. They both live in Florida, and they had made a decision to get married. And so they were taking a stroll to discuss their wedding plans, and they passed a drugstore. Well, they went in, and Jacob spoke to the man behind the counter and said, are you the owner? The man said, well, yes, I am. He said, well, we're about to get married. Do you sell heart medication? He said, well, of course I do. Jacob said, well, how about medicine for circulation? He said, we have all kinds. How about medicine for rheumatism and scoliosis? He said, definitely. Jacob said, well, do you have medicine for memory problems, for arthritis? He said, yes, a large variety. We got the works. What about vitamins? What about sleeping pills? What about Geritol? Absolutely. Jacob said, do you sell wheelchairs and walkers? He says, yes, all speeds and all sizes. He kind of looked at Rebecca and he said, looked back at the man and said, we'd like to use this store as our bridal registry.